On a note, I was thinking about New Zealand's curb system. For example, a vehicle that is traveling at about 70. Here is a straight road or a curved lane, doesn't matter. But if a car is wanting to turn right and he is indecisive, the curb is over here, buildings here, or at least this is based on personal experience. He drives to 70, slows at 60. He's indecisive. He has to go continue straight, but he misses, and he turns right sharply. Preventive measures of the curb are only about 300 mil of like just a curb like that. You have grass here, you have everything. Obviously, dependent on the speed, of course, it has to be, 70 alone will kill you. Imagine going at 50. Okay, say 50. He slows down to 50. He hits the curb. And what happens is that, obviously, the suspension system, depending on the tire, breaks and all that. And the whole tie rod, everything, kaboom, like it gets split, damaged. Most crashes are caused, obviously, by speed, but also indecisiveness. So our system is very harsh, however. Perhaps the civil engineers already knew about the solution, but what if we instead had a curved slope and, with the grass here, had a barrier, a possible wall that's made by some kind of unique technology, or it's like a concrete. But the case here is that the slope contains mud, a mud dip. A mud dip in curved roads. For example, I was passing through Highbrook, right? Highbrook had a massive center, huge, just into separation with there's nothing. It's just a huge grass median strip. It's not even a median. It's just grass. I don't know what to call it. I forgot. But for curved roads, corners, say if you crash or you suddenly oversteered and almost hit, in our current system, you'd hit the curb, probably drive into the building or fly, crash over. What if we were to implement this kind of idea on a curved road? So when you hit the thing, the mud slows you down. If you've seen ingenious concepts on Instagram and all that you see a truck going through a lane where it's meant for him to stop. He's losing control of the accelerator, and so he goes into like this huge strip of sand, clay, effectively stopping him from crashing. However, we can't build this ramp. I mean, we already spent huge resources on useless bus lanes and ineffective. We could have redesigned the whole entire system, but unfortunately, as it is now, they are focusing on other projects. But a dip would be more effective, I think, of us like a trench. So you hit the dip, and the mud slows that kinetic energy down. You have to keep swerving it, keep going into that dip. For example, here, a dip is here. You curve in here. Traditionally, you would sort of like hit the curb, traditional curb, and you would like crash over here. But you hit this curb, the mud slows you down, and you continue on driving here, and it stops and halts. And instead of braking your suspension system, it just clogs it. So that would also still be ineffective because your car, with the current speed limits, it might be workable because you're traveling at 60, or you might be traveling at 80 when the current speed limit is 60, and then you slow it down, you slow down to 60. It is still an effect because we have to teach drivers, obviously, not to be indecisive. That's really the truth about it. Indecisive, impatient, speed limits, whatever. If he misses it here, no, that's gone. If he misses it here, and he swerves right, he's bound to hit that. But the curb here, that's the thing. If he has to go past that point, if he misses here, and he has to hit that curb already. Traditionally, the curb would be somewhere here, and the building or fence or anything, tree or any, would be here. But if he went in here, the energy might be dissipated, but he still go over the ramp, and it'd still be really bad, but it would still at least be somewhat acceptable. But a ramp obviously takes huge resources to prevent. I'd say the ramp would be at least 700 mil high. In fact, this is probably wrong, because in 2 meters near the curb, or like 0.6 meters near, it's gone. So the car would need to travel around 70 to 40. He has to brake really hard, and he's can't do it. Can't decide. I have to turn right because I went too fast into past the lane. He has to come here. He will swerve right. Center of gravity will shift a lot, and then the mud might stop him help. That's why you see in particular racetracks, they have rubber tires and all that. But this is a huge waste of resources. This is for the circuit, for the track, not for everyday driving. I would suggest that each corner is prioritized. That's the truth of it. Most people would crash because they bump into each other on terms of tiredness. This is another issue. We're talking about basically corners here. Each corner you turn into, you don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's